Grand Rises. I just want to greet the world, and I want to send a message of encouragement and hats off, sort of like a spiritual, energetic salute to those people out there who are, you know, standing firm in their convictions, and, the people who are remaining in alignment for their divine assignment. Not saying that it's going to always be the easy thing, or that everything is always going to look perfect, and even in the ebb and flow, that everything is going to always be on the up and up, but just being realistic about things. Also just wanted to give a quick message of encouragement to hold on and associate with, and to collaborate with, and to be in connection, and really hold on and value the connections with people who absolutely have a good level of sense, maybe hopefully even intelligence, but those who have a great sense of spiritual awareness. Because even in this time, while we have our feet or one foot planted on the ground, it's very important to be around like-minded people that are able to guide, but also are able to, where you can bounce ideas off of each other. People who are aware and knowledgeable of what is going on a spiritual level, because at any given moment, as we all know, there's always a lot going on, and there is a lot of things that transpire and take place where everybody have to be very accountable for it. But even in that accountability, to be able to recognize and see things and feel things and call things what it is, calling a spade, and seeing things with your spiritual eye, because there is a lot of things that can happen and take place where you could be caught slipping, you could be blindsided, and then where you take accountability for certain things so that you can always keep the power, and that power remains within yourself. But more importantly, being able to not only recognize and be aware of what's going on in a spiritual sense, and with your spirituality or spirituality period, and then also what's going on in the world, and the importance of being able to communicate that with other people, and to be able to have conversations of such, is very important. So when people are unaware, or they are incompetent, or they are not spiritually inclined or spiritually aware, it's like you can't really have those conversations with those type of people, right? So it's of the utmost importance that we are always around people that are like-minded or similar in certain type of ways, right? It's like a part of survival and self-preservation 101, right? Because we preserve ourselves, we do the things to survive and preserve ourselves, and then also to thrive. But humanity thrives, and it has evolved where one hand washed the other, and where people are helping each other to help humanity to evolve. Then also having realistic expectations, right? Because as I said before, I'll say it again, the gratitude message that is on my mind and that I want to express and project is the being grateful, and the gratitude of being around like-minded people, and people that are absolutely aware of the time, right? And then being so grateful for the contents of people's character, or the contents of certain people's minds, right? Where you can expect that they will pour into you while you're pouring into them, and you guys are bouncing off ideas, and that you are receiving something good from their contents therein, right? They are giving of what the contents of them is, because a lot of people are giving of the contents of their cup that may be empty, or what they have that is not necessarily a gift or a blessing or blessing, but more so a curse and a disaster, right? So when I talked about the great separation and the time that we're living in, that's also acknowledging that people are only going to give of what they have, the contents therein. Not saying like, oh, well, that's the absolute nature of an individual because they have a bad day. No, I'm talking about being appreciative of what a person has to give, of the contents of their cup, which is righteousness, that is loving, that is high vibe, and a gift, right? It's so important in these times, right? Because it's so hard. We're not trying to put ourselves everywhere and to be in longevity nurturing connections and trying to be in longevity connections, relationships, community, etc. with just anybody, right? But to have like-minded people and people who give the contents of their cup, which is not cursive to you, which is not going to be unhealthy or bad or damning you and giving you their hellish state, right? But being very appreciative of the contents of someone's cup, what they have to give, because as I said before, people are only going to give what they have to give. So if that is love, if that is spirituality, wherever you're like-minded, wherever you are similarly resonating deeply, and then to close out this message, just the small things that really matter. So just living in so much gratitude for that, so yeah. Oh, wow. I pray you well. I hope that your day is full of blessings. I hope that your day is full of high vibe, joy, and you can show your teeth a little bit to somebody. And even if you don't show your teeth to somebody, but then you can offer a smile, and then it becomes contagious. And then someone can be reflective of your smile and then give the smile back. And then everything is just high vibe, because if and if you read energy and you feel things, and just everything to be considered, the opposing frequency can be very very prevalent. So I'm wishing you well. I pray you well, and I pray that you cherish the connections of people that are competent, that has common sense, and those that are like-minded. Ashe.